Okay, we're starting the recording. Just have to let the audio sync up. Hey yo, que paso? Welcome to the Octagon Jones. I am blessed to be the host of the first ever face to face to face for the inaugural Twitter FC, the first event, Twitter Fight Club, Twitter Fighting Championship, whatever you want to call it. These are the founding fathers we've got around me. First, we've got Manolo, Manny MMA. We've got Funky, the Funky Sorcerer on Twitter. And then we've got Coach McGurk as the third contestant, the seaside, if you will, no offense. Uh, so say hello, everybody. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Funk's just going to nod in approval. Okay. All right. So now that the tension has just been brought to a brim, let's get started. I guess at first we'll start with the community questions that we've been submitted. We've got a handful submitted, but we've only got 3 or 4 written down because is the nature of things. Not everyone's going to make the cut. The first question we've got is for all 3 of you. It's from Vincent Asa on Twitter. What's your daily workout schedule? Daily life changes leading up to this fight. Manny, do you want to go first and tell us what you're doing for this short notice training camp for this exhibition?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I always train. I always keep my body in shape and everything. I always hit the bag just for fun. But since we decided on doing this thing, since we're putting the event, I just started focusing more on my boxing and more on my conditioning and cardio and everything like that. I haven't been really lifting. It's just been body conditioning, cardio, and hardcore boxing training. I usually start very early in the morning. I get in my cardio, I get in my conditioning, then I go into my boxing. Sometimes I will mix it up. So it's not so different than what I'm usually doing, but it's more focused on just straight up boxing.
Okay. What? Good enough. And then Funk, you seem to be staring out into the distance. What have you been doing in this short notice fight camp? Daily life changes. What's your workout schedule leading into this? You're probably making the biggest transformation of the bunch. So what are we looking at here? What's your regiment looking like?
Been working on the cardio a lot. Definitely one thing that I guess you could say I not necessarily added, but took away was I dropped vaping a couple of days ago. Did last night a little bit, but otherwise took it out. I'd say 85%. Felt like there was no need for it. I felt like it was definitely holding me back how much I was doing it in terms of like my focus, obviously my conditioning, my breathing. My main focus has been just trying to be in shape for this, trying to get into better shape for it. Just mainly trying to make sure I could hold my hands up, not have them, low or have them behind my back for all 3 rounds. I just want to make sure I can coast through this, whether, win, lose or draw. I want to go in there. I want to have fun. And, I want to put on a show. Mainly been doing weighted shadow boxing, a lot of cardio, running, incline, been running the stairs at my job as well. I feel like that's it's good overall. Want to make sure I could stand, for that period of time.
And Coach McGurk. Oh, I'm sorry, Funk. Did you have something you wanted to end with?
That was about it. Like you just like Manny said, it's a very good idea and it's smart on him, and something I had to do myself is definitely drop the lifting. I don't want to go into this too like heavy or too like muscly, not like sounding self-righteous like I am muscly, but I don't really need anything weighing me down. No pun intended there.
All right. And Coach, what's your answer to that question? What's your daily workout schedule looking like at this point? Have you made any changes?
I'm focusing a lot on sparring. I've been getting sparring partners together. I've sparred about 6 days already. I'm used to sparring 5-10 minutes a round, so 2 minutes is pretty much a breeze. I've been doing a lot more running, trying to run 1.5 miles a day, and that's about it. Just get the sparring in, get the work in, and let's do this. Funk is.
All right. So as we all know, I mean, you all more than anybody else, this is the first time we're going to see something like this. When people always talk about it, people are always like, oh man, we should get together. We should like fly out. Well, I'll fight you. But y'all are actually doing it as friends, of course. Like y'all aren't enemies, bitter internet rivals. But this is kind of a little innovative moment for Twitter MMA Twitter. So let's see. Wonderbread actually had the question, how will you make Twitter FC more legit?
When we put 14-ounce boxing gloves on and we give each other good punches in the face, everybody will realize this was not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
People could call this cringe, people could call it corny or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's two guys in the ring or in the backyard putting gloves on, boxing gloves on, and trying to take each other's heads off. Because at the end of the day, it is going to be on Twitter. It is going to be on video. People are going to make memes out of that. People are going to screen record it. People are going to remind us what we look like in the fight. So it is legit. And I'm going to try to look the best. I'm going to try to make it look easy. So people always talk about me doing good and not me getting my ass whooped or whatever,
Yep.
you know?
Absolutely. And so this idea goes back months and months, right? Y'all have been talking about this for a while. So what was the kind of inception of that? From my understanding is that y'all wanted to go out, hang out with each other, find an excuse to meet up and actually hanging with the boys, but it turned into something a little more serious. I find it interesting how y'all are going to meet for the first time and y'all are going to fight like that. If you're talking about storylines, this isn't a UFC pay-per-view or anything, but that's a great storyline. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the beautiful part about it. It's just guys that people know from Twitter. Some people like us, some people hate us, and we're giving them the opportunity to see us get punched in the face. What could be any better for them? They're just going to be sitting down in their homes watching us go at it. People who hate me, they'll see me get punched in the face. People who hate Funk, they see him get punched in the face or Coach. So that's the beauty about it.
Nobody hates me.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Okay. So
That's because
how
you're
about
gonna
this
die.
one for Funk?
I'm gonna give you
can
brain
you
damage.
explain for the general audience what exactly is going to go down, how this is going to operate? I'm not asking you to tell us how the fight's going to go down, but like, can you explain the format and what actually the genesis of the activities is going to occur? Can you explain how the layout is?
How the fights are going to be run?
Yeah, like how like the organization of it, because I know we're hosting it in Manny's hometown, but I wanted to give you a chance to get a little bit of speaking in, and since you're the first fight and arguably the A side of this whole event, the people would like to hear you explain.
It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. That's just how I've been keeping my training as well. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. 3 2-minute rounds. We're gonna go at it. We're gonna go to war. And it's gonna go Manny versus me.
First,
Coach versus me. In that exact order. And then Coach versus Manny coming in third.
Wow. Okay. And so they're not going back to back. It's going to be like a little bit of a break in between.
It's going to be a small break in between each of the matches. I'd say something roughly like 15 to 20 minutes at the most 20 minutes. But what we're going to do is we're definitely going to be releasing a schedule that day in terms of the live stream to make sure that everybody knows when exactly they can tune in for the next upcoming fight. Like when it's up, people are going to tune in. They're going to be waiting for it that day. They're going to be waiting for it on the 14th or the 15th. And they want to see it. People want to watch this. If you love us or hate us, people are going to watch this,
Absolutely. This is a question specifically for Manny from Harshit. He said, what if MMA Twitter FC becomes relevant and gets recognized by MMA fighters? Can we expect real bouts in the future? Like that, not to say these aren't real bouts, but since we're MMA Twitter, I assume this person's talking about, are we going to expand the prowess of the martial arts being engaged in?
I mean, that's a very good question. And since we're the first one doing this, of course, people are going to wonder about it. Because if I'm being honest, today I was counting. I got more than 10 people asking me if they could fight next, if they could even get on this card. I had somebody from Cleveland tell me they want to fight on this card, which just didn't have anybody they could fight. So, and I got also people telling me, oh, I want to fight. I want to fight in the next event. I wanna fight this dude. I hate him. Like shit like that, you know. So if this goes by well, let's see how this plays out. Let's see if this goes by well. If it makes the noise or if it makes what I wanted to make, I will probably do another one, and it's gonna be even more legit. And every time I do it, it's gonna get even more legit. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, tomorrow's a mystery. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next week, and then we'll take it from
Absolutely.
there.
So I guess Manny, we'll start with you. What's your who are some of your striking influences? Was another question we got. Just give us two or three.
Oh, I love all the good strikers in the world. Obviously, like, whoever knows me, they know I'm a big Jorge Masvidal and Conor McGregor fan,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the two main guys I've been looking up to. You know, just striking in the striking department. Also, Max Holloway, and I look at these guys. I'm obviously not like them. I'm nothing like them. I know I'm different. I have a different style. I have a different stance. You know, I switch stance every other second, right? But I do take what I see I could capitalize on. If I see somebody throwing a combo that I like, tomorrow I'm gonna practice it in the gym and see how it works for me, you know. But there's definitely those three names that I'm always looking up to and watching tape on.
Nice. Coach, do you have any notable striking influences that like make a difference on how you train and what kind of style you like to adopt?
No, I'm myself.
Okay. All right. And then Funk, what about you? I mean, you're a notable fan of many great strikers. Who are some of your influences in that realm?
Um, it's more so mindset than style at this point. I think Michael Chandler obviously is a huge inspiration for me. I'd say he'll be champ by 2022. Just give him another 6 months, and he'll definitely get out there and get that strap, get that rightfully deserved strap. But that's
What does
besides
that
the
have to
point. I
do
didn't
with
mean
your
to go.
striking, bro? What does that have to do with your striking? The question is the question to you, who you look up to for your striking. You're talking about Michael Chandler being a champion.
You know who he looks up to? He looks at Ben Askren for his striking. I bet his striking looks worse than Ben Askren's.
I don't know if that's entirely possible, but I don't think he's necessarily the worst striker in the UFC. We're not here to talk about that. I know I'm the one who brought up Michael Chandler in terms of him getting a belt, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm ready. Like
What's your
I
thing?
said this a bunch of times.
What's your
I'm
thing?
ready for
What's your
war.
thing?
War.
What
War.
war?
War.
Taking punches.
Take
What are
me
you
Wait,
to
gonna
Funk,
do
war.
when
when you
that
say
war
That's
when
how
you
it's
comes
say
gonna
around?
go. Then that's
war,
how it's gonna go.
when you say war, is it a simple statement, WAR period, or is it in all caps with exclam what's the are you just going in to take them out, or are you looking for a drawn out exchange? What can we expect from the funky one?
It's like a capital W, lowercase a and lowercase r, full stop, period. Nothing more to it. But
Yep.
that's just it, plain and simple. There's no like rhyme or rhythm to it. You know, this isn't nursery school. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm gonna go in there and they're gonna give me what they got. I want the best from them, and I'm sure they
You
want the
don't
best
want
from
the
me.
best of me. You do not want the best of me. Don't lie, man. Why are you lying, man? You don't want the best of me. You don't. You really don't. Because if I'm the best of myself, I'm gonna get you out of there in 60 seconds. You know this.
Yeah, I mean, heat's coming from over there on Manny's side. Coach, what do you feel about being the third man, the front side of the tricycle? How do you feel about the there's some chemistry brewing between the Funk and the Manny as far as like beef and conflict is concerned. How do you feel about being the not the one tagging along, but you understand what I'm trying to say? What is it like kind of being on the outside of that?
Well, listen, Punk might be the A side in terms of being sucked up to by 16-year-olds, but he's the C side in skill. Like, people are DMing me, like, bro, like, you aren't gonna hurt him, are you? I swear to God, someone DM me, like, you aren't gonna, because because I sent them my shit, and they're like, oh my God, he's gonna die. Listen, he doesn't have like any striking ability, like at all. Like, like he's incredibly slow. Like what are we doing here? Like he wanted to do kickboxing, and I had to persuade him not to with Manny because he was gonna die. Like this is the only fight that's like really like any sort of like skill versus skill is me and Manny. And Manny has a lot more skill than I do. I'll give it to him. But the fact is, like Funk is he's just here for the memes, and I applaud him for it. You know, he's gonna get knocked out and on Twitter. That's gonna be great.
Okay, Manny, it seemed as if you were kind of nodding on the respect that was coming your way. Do you think you're clearly and unequivocally by far the best fighter here?
I mean, just looking at my experience, I mean, yes, I'm obviously not a pro, but I've been boxing for quite a long time, and Coach and Funk, they haven't been doing what I've been doing. You know, they're better in BJJ, I would say, because they've been focusing on that more. But I've been focusing on my boxing my whole life and my kicking. That's why when Funk said he wants to do kickboxing, I was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "I'll do it." And then Coach obviously convinced him not to because we don't want a dead body in there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm saying I'll do it. I'm saying
Mm.
I'll do it. I'm not afraid.
Okay.
Why is
Okay.
this a
I
boxing
know
match
you're
and
not
not a
afraid.
wrestling
I
match?
know you're not afraid. You're the dude that fucking tweets Google Gaga on Twitter. Of course you're not afraid.
You know, I know you're afraid. You know why? Because you know I have nothing to lose.
You have a fight to lose, homie.
Like I said, win, lose, or draw, whatever happens, buddy, I'll show you. I'll show you. You'll see.
What are you gonna show me? What are you gonna do when I walk you down since the first minute?
You're not gonna walk me down, bro.
I am gonna walk you down.
Funk,
You
You're
are
how's
taking
it
a
gonna take
gonna
a
backward
feel
back
to
step.
go
step.
home and tell
You
your
are
mom
gonna
that you
take a
got
back
knocked out
step.
by a 19-year-old?
Yeah, well, hold on. That if I may interject, Coach, that's been a big theme going into this. It's only been a week and a half build up, right? But one of the big themes that I'm drawing from this is that Funk has said he will not take a back step. He seems to be
He's
the
going to.
underdog. People,
He's going to. He's going to. Since the bell rings,
okay.
I'm gonna be in his face. I'm gonna. He is taking. Mark my words.
Good. So we got that in common. Then I'll be
Trust.
right in your face too.
Trust. Trust.
Mm.
He's taking the
Don't
back
don't
step.
be surprised if we kiss, bro. 'Cause we're gonna be real
Wow.
close. We're gonna be real close. You
You
better
are
hope
gonna
that's
be.
a
You're
big
gonna
ring.
kiss my
You better
fist.
hope that's a big ring.
You're gonna kiss. You're gonna kiss my fist, homie. And I can tell
Okay.
you where I'm
All
gonna
right.
start. I'm gonna start with the double jab. Be ready to kiss my fist twice.
Fascinating. All right. So Funk, you and I have talked probably more on a one-to-one level on this than I have with either of the others. And not trying to give any of your game plan away, but what I will say is I know you and I know the kind of person that you are and what kind of level of commitment that you can like give to something. You you had some momentum and some advantage quitting the vape and stuff, but what would you say your seriousness level versus how like lightly they may be taking you? What kind of advantage do you think that gives you as far
This
as
dude
like
was out at the bar yesterday. He was out at the bar yesterday.
How many
okay,
times did you
well
have
raise a
McDonald's
hand,
He's
yesterday?
raise a
How
hungover
many
hand.
right
times did you
Who's
have
now.
been out at
McDonald's
the
this
was
week?
bar in the
How many
last
times
he's
did you have
hungover.
McDonald's this week?
He's hungover, man. Look at him. Do you know why he was
How many
late? Oh, he
times
was.
did you
By
have
the way,
McDonald's this week?
everybody watching this, he was late for this because he was hungover. We're talking about seriously dropping the vape and stuff. The dude was getting drunk last night. Meanwhile, I woke up at 5:30 to go and get my boxing session in.
You didn't go
That's
out this
true.
week yourself? You didn't go out this week yourself?
What?
You didn't go out this week yourself? You weren't out at all? You didn't drink tonight this past week?
No, I went out and I ate food.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
We're not gonna get into the schematics here, but because I'm not out here throwing anybody under the bus. I'm out here trying to give you guys my respect. I want you guys to have my best, and you're telling everybody that I'm hungover.
Why were
The
you
only thing
late?
that's gonna be
Why were you
hungover is
late?
you over the
Why were
ropes.
you late?
You're gonna be
Why
over
were
the
you
ropes.
late?
Why was I late? Because I was showering. I was washing myself. I don't take
Wow.
cologne showers.
Okay, Manny. All right. So how?
What is
So
he talking about?
given.
You want to get nuts? We could 6 more days and we'll get nuts. You want to get nuts?
Well,
We'll get nuts.
you don't want to get nuts with me, homie.
No,
I
you don't
know
want to
you
get
don't.
nuts with me. You know I'm nuts.
What are you
know
gonna
I'm
do?
nuts.
What are you gonna do? Throw your turtle punches?
This is all you're doing. This is all you're doing. Go go gaga. Go go gaga.
All right,
Gaga,
Manny.
go,
That's
go.
all you doing. The Google Gaga is you doing, man. Not me. I ain't calling people mommy and shit.
It's a maternal thing.
It's a stupid thing, homie.
Okay.
Was your
I'll
question,
talk
Slick?
to
I'm
my
sorry,
therapist
man.
about it. Then.
No, it's all right. I mean, this is what the people signed up for. They didn't sign up for me asking questions. They signed up
Yeah,
for the beef.
save the apology. Save the apologies for me.
All right,
Apology.
so you have the experience advantage and probably the skill set advantage, like just technically, right? Since you already knew you had the higher ground going into this, what made you still? Because I'm not going to say who it is, but Manny's got some very special training going on right now going into this. So what
Yes,
in
sir.
your mind is enabling you to take it the further step, even though you're already ahead?
Listen, I didn't have to train for this. I could have literally, like he's saying, oh, how many times you eat McDonald's and stuff. I could eat McDonald's all week. For the 2 weeks that I dedicated to the camp that I'm in, I could have just been eating McDonald's and drinking and stuff, and I still whoop his ass. But I wanted to make it look so effortless and so easy. That's why I'm taking this serious. He's not gonna hit me.
I'm glad you
He's
had
not gonna.
McDonald's. Yum yummy in your
He's
tum
not.
tum.
He's not gonna hit me.
So Manny, you're planning on putting on a clinic, or you're planning on
Oh
putting on an
yes.
execution?
No. To be honest, I don't even want to. I don't even want to stop him. I don't even want to finish him.
Oh, you want to
just
see what
want.
he's got down the stretch?
I know. I just want. It's gonna be 6 minutes. His favorite number, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 minute rounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be him getting his ass whooped for 6 minutes. Bad.
Okay. Wow.
Very bad.
Wow. Okay. So Funk. I
You
mean,
better be ready to
those are
bring it
some
for
words
6
that hit
minutes.
close to home.
I am ready, homie. I wasn't the one at the bar last night.
I know you only got 2 in you. In the bedroom
Only
and
got-
in the ring. You only got 2 minutes in you.
So
Talking about me.
here, Coach, I've got a question for you. So,
What are you talking about?
all right. So you're quite clearly the taller man in a lot of, or like in every aspect in either fight you're going to go into. You've got the reach advantage. You've got the length and height advantage. Are you thinking about? I mean, because you train and stuff, so you've got an understanding of distance. But are you really game planning specifically for their body types and how you're going to treat them individually as the taller guy?
Well, I mean, with Funk, I could do really anything I want. Like, if I want to play on the outside, I can play on the outside. I can knock him out in like a second. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. With Manny, it's different. With Manny, I have to pick my shots well. I have to think about what he's gonna do because he's gonna be faster. So I'm gonna have to execute. I'm gonna have to keep a high guard, and I'm ready to do that.
Great. And oh shit. Sorry about that. That was unprofessional. I'm trying to keep it box office. But Manny, so you are you playing you so you said for Funk you're gonna give him the double jab right away. What are you gonna give Coach when you get in there with him?
Like Coach said, he's gonna have a high guard, right?
Okay.
Better hit your abs, homie.
Mm.
Better be hitting abs.
So
Better be working on your abs.
so
He's gonna
Manny
catch
on
his
the
overhands quick if he does that.
on the flip side of that, you're going to be the smallest guy, weight wise and stature wise.
Yeah.
But you and Funk are around the same size. But so are you
No,
relying on
we're around the
instinct and
same. We're
speed?
around the same height. He's just like 3 times wider than me.
Funk,
Wider,
how do you respond to that?
He's 3 times wider and whiter than me.
Forgot you're Italian. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, and what happened last time you dealt with an Italian?
I had a great time. I'll tell you that. And I'll have an
Good
even better time dealing with this Italian sitting across from me.
All right.
Let's
So
do it.
Arrivederci.
Funk, what does it feel like being so counted out as the bigger man weight wise? You're bigger than both of these guys. You're stronger than both of these guys probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. I
How
just
does
weighed
it?
in at 205. If everybody wants to use that as like a built-in excuse or whatever, then use it. Use it. Oh, he was bigger than me. His belly was hanging on my head. He ate too many cinnamon rolls the night before the fight. He was weighing on me all 6 rounds, all 6 minutes of six.
Don't worry. You're not gonna have the opportunity to weigh on me. You're gonna barely touch me.
How do you plan on dealing with the
I'm gonna touch you all
mobility
night.
that Manny's threatening you with?
I'm not worried about that.
What are you worried about? Absolutely nothing?
Listen, I got nothing to lose but a lot to prove. But I'm gonna keep him on his bicycle that night.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You say
I'm sorry.
you say I'm slow. You say I'm a turtle.
I recall last night, Funk saying in a group chat that we are all in that he is the most afraid of me. And Chad Sonnen can verify that he said that he was the most afraid of me by far, and that he's afraid I'm gonna knock him out.
I'm allowed to have my concerns. I'm allowed to have my
Is that
concerns.
not true? No, tell him that's not true. Tell him that's not true. Then
I'm
why
not
would you
gonna
say
lie.
that? Then why
not gonna
why
lie.
would you say that?
Because I'm not afraid of anything, but I'm allowed to have concerns. I'm allowed to have concerns going into something. You know, I'm allowed to.
Fair
I'm sure
point.
you have your doubts. I'm sure you have your concerns. It's natural. It's human nature. You know, you guys are gonna. I'm real. That's the thing. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you what I'm worried about. You guys are gonna sit down and put on the front and act like you're not worried about anything. You could say, "Oh, I'm more worried about Manny than I am with Funk. I think I'm gonna walk through Funk. I'm gonna walk through Funk. Oh, everybody's
That's pretty
overlooking me, and that's your
logical, isn't
biggest
it?
mistake. That's your biggest mistake. Sure, it could be logical. I mean, you know, with all due credit and respect to Manny, he has 9 years of boxing. You have about 2 years of striking experience, but you know, I'm gonna give you my best, and I want your best too.
Like I said, you do not want my best. You don't.
I
You're
want
saying
your
you're
best.
keeping it real. You're saying you're keeping it real. You do not want my best.
I want
You
your
know
best.
deep down, no. Look me in the
I
eyes.
want you to
You
feel
do
the best
not
going
want.
into that. I am
You do
looking you in the eye.
not want my best. You do not want my best. You know this.
You convincing yourself or you convincing me?
I ain't convincing nobody. You know this. You told me this.
I told you what?
You realize that you're gonna probably have to spend like the next 2 days in Cleveland with your orbital broken and like a fucking like broken nose. Like how like you understand that it's gonna be miserable, just a miserable 3 days.
You're making jokes, but you're not gonna make jokes from a coffin. You're gonna be 6 feet under. You want to talk about six? You're gonna be 6 feet under. 6 feet tall, 6 feet under.
Funk, this is some great intensity we've got going on from you. What changed? It seemed like you were ready for the lights, camera, action, and you came with some verbal venom. You've got some lines. I don't know if they're pocketed, but they're good.
Because I'm not gonna let these guys could overlook me, but they're not gonna walk over me.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna walk over. I'm gonna walk you down, then walk
I'm
over
gonna
you.
dance
Man.
on your head. I'm gonna hit a little Irish jig
No,
on your head. I'm gonna spin you up in the air like a pizza.
bro.
Sprinkle
I'm
some
gonna
cheese on
walk
you.
you
Eat you
down.
up right after. We celebrate.
I'm gonna walk you down and walk through you.
If I'm
You
so
know this
wide,
gonna
how are you
happen.
gonna walk through me?
You'll see.
Mm.
All
See.
right. Hope you got superpowers.
You
You're not
remember?
gonna
You
phase through
remember?
this
You
wall.
remember what you said? You remember what you said? First one to take a backstep was a dusty bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
buried
remember.
yourself there.
I tweeted
You
it.
buried yourself there, homie.
Didn't bury anything. I'll bury you though on the 14th. I know that. 14th, 15th, whenever it happens. Upside,
You buried
downside,
yourself
sideways.
saying that. People are gonna call you a dusty bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People are gonna call you because you are taking a
You're
backstep.
gonna deactivate when I'm done with you.
How many times have
any...
you deactivated? How many times have you deactivated?
I don't know, 6, I'd say, roughly 6.
Exactly, your favorite number.
Because of Canadian?
All right.
Yo,
Show
all
me
right.
it.
I'm a
So
huge fan. Why do you think I got my GSP shirt on?
show your
Got the
shirt.
big
The
maple
camera
leaf
can't
on it
see
as well.
all of it.
Check it out.
Oh,
That's
George
what's up.
Rush St. Pierre.
It's my favorite fighter.
All right. So
I thought Micah
I'd say
Chandler was your favorite fighter. Really, like you gotta be certain, man.
How many losses does Jorge have?
Why are we talking about Jorge in here?
15.
You're gonna fight me, homie. You ain't fighting Jorge. You're fighting me. You're fighting Manny. Don't get it twisted.
Oh,
Why are you talking about?
I'm
Why are you
much more
talking
scared
about
to fight
somebody
Manny
else's
Manolo,
losses?
Manny MMA. I'm much more scared to fight Manny MMA than Jorge Masvidal, right?
It's not what I'm saying. That's what you want to hear, probably. But you mentioning somebody else's losses.
I'm always real.
In this,
I'm always real about my losses. I tell you guys about all my losses. You guys know every time I lose, inside,
yeah.
outside of the ring, on the mat, anywhere. You guys know when
true.
I lose. You guys know when I break.
we were talking about this earlier. An undisclosed close source to the inner circle of this was giving his analysis on the Funky Sorcerer and his online presence. He's got a chin. This dude obviously has some like, yes, he's deactivated, but he also takes a heaping load of crap online. So
no, here's the thing, because he gives that to people.
Mm-hmm.
it just backfires. It just does all these stupid things. It just tweets all these stupid things, and then of course people are gonna react the way they react to it.
Do you have any concerns about his real chin?
Oh, look at the size of that! I'm gonna be landing on it all night.
Okay.
Look at the size of that thing.
We've reached the section of the show where I want, and this is gonna just bear with me, okay?
Here you go.
I need you all to shadow box for the camera for 10 seconds at the same time. Go. Manny, we need to see some form. You can't be too cool. Can't be Derrick Rose at the All-Star game, guy. I wanted to see some of this.
See me.
All right.
You will see me. Don't worry.
That was an impromptu segment. It might not have worked out too well. I thought it was going to be funny.
I cut that out.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
What are you doing, man? What is that? What? Are you thugging? Are you an island boy? You're thugging now?
Who?
Hey, Funky.
Funk, who's this character you're playing?
Who the fuck is
Different
this
from
guy?
the Goo Goo Gaga. I'm a little punching bag character.
Bro, he's had the ice cold Terminator on all day.
He's gonna be ice cold on his face.
You're
What's
saying
your
I'm thugging, you're gonna be sugging. You're gonna be sugging D's.
All right, Funk, what's your least favorite thing about each of these guys?
This is a 24-year-old dude who was just trying to make a D's nuts joke.
What's your least favorite thing about these other guys? What's your least favorite thing about Coach and least favorite thing about Manny?
We could spend all night going through that. I don't like either of them, you know.
So it's war with the full stop period then. Wow.
He's got nothing. He's got nothing. I'm just too perfect. He's got nothing. He's got zero. He can't think of a single thing.
All right. Well, this is the octane. It was pretty high octane there for a second. Y'all going after each other the whole time. People are paying for the drama.
To be honest, I want to say this so the people on Twitter understand. This is about all the negativity that we're getting. I want people to understand that we're not getting paid for this. We're not getting anything out of this. Like we might get some, you know, then the two of them might get some broken teeth, maybe broken hands, you know.
Ooh.
And at the end of the day, we're putting this on for the people to watch. And people may call it cringe, people may call it corny, stupid, this and that. But at the end of the day, we're the first ones to do this.
Yep.
Tell me another time where somebody else did something like this. Nobody.
Yeah.
And all the respect to these two guys because they're putting their money up to get their tickets, to get their hotel. I'm putting my money up to do certain things, to rent a gym because I'm trying to rent a gym so the fights happen in a ring instead of a backyard. So,
and that's a big deal for the people watching this. That's going to be the production quality. It just got upped to a really high level. They were going to have it in the backyard, which could be fun, but in a ring, that's going to be a real
more legit. And if you're gonna call this cringe, two guys punching each other in the face, then it's your right. I don't get bothered by that. I just want people to understand why I'm doing this, why we're doing this. We're doing this so people could get entertained, watch how two guys go at it and hit each other in the face.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it. Because
two guys 3 times, pretty fascinating.
Two guys 3 times back to back.
Yep. Well, I think that it's really fascinating the format that y'all have going on because it's kind of reminiscent of the Pride and the old MMA days, but I don't know exactly what we're gonna because it's a different. Like if you think about the realm of that it's actually existing, and y'all are making y'all's own little kind of sport. You know what I mean? Like you're having to endure twice. Like you're having
I'm just trying to do something. I'm just trying to do something different.
Yep.
And of course, you have people who love it. You have people who hate it. You have people who don't like it. You don't like it. You don't watch it. You like it. You watch it. That's pretty simple. But it is the first time that anybody's doing something like this. And I want to give it to people. People deserve to see this.
Well, and it's interesting that the impact it's actually having. You've got people who are like well-known practitioners of martial art on like in the MMA Twitter world reaching out and being like, yo, let me get on the next one.
Yeah.
Like, and that's really cool. You could really parlay this into something substantial.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I need a pee break.
We're about to sign off, actually. Can you hold it a couple more minutes?
Like, no,
Was this a
like
pee joke? Are you happy with
no,
your
my
with your
no,
8-year-old joke?
no, like my wee wee, like I gotta go.
All right. We'll call that's a pretty good way to end the inaugural Twitter FC press conference with Coach
Friendly reminder, I'm
McGurk.
gonna beat
Funky.
the fuck out of this dude.
Mm-hmm.
The one who just said that.
Immature and gross, even
That was the
disgusting.
oldest one, like by far the most immature. That's what I remember.
Well,
Can't
from
wait.
all the incendiary trash talk that's always on MMA Twitter, a few chosen heroes are actually stepping in this next weekend on the same
Oh
weekend
my
of
God!
the
You
UFC
really shouldn't have done that.
Is
What?
this is
You
horrible.
really shouldn't have done that, man. You really shouldn't have done that.
Sorry. Well, I'll just cut it off.
Keep going. No.
No,
Keep
now
going,
everyone
sir,
has to see.
I want you guys to see. I want you guys to know what's gonna be coming at
Oh,
you.
he took his
I've
shirt
seen.
off.
I've seen tits before. Tits before. Don't worry.
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
Wow. All right, y'all have any signing off remarks? Anything you want to say to your supporters, your doubters, or each other? I mean, I really think this is a great opportunity for y'all to drive something home into your opponent's dome piece before fight week really gets off and grooving.
I'm not really worried about that. I want to be driving my fist in their dome, but I wanna say a couple words to the people that really pay attention to this, positive or in a negative way. I want to thank them very much, especially the people who really support this, because we're doing something for the first time, and to get the support that I'm getting is just very flattering. And even people who are very negative about it, still thank you, because they're taking that time to talk about it, and I truly appreciate that. So I want to thank everybody, and I want to say God bless everybody, whoever's wishing us the best or the worst. You guys are gonna be surprised when you see this.
What about you, shirtless man?
I'm
Why don't
excited.
you let your belly do the talking?
It will. You could hit it. It's like a toy. You hit it, and it's gonna talk for you on the 14th or the 15th, whenever this goes down.
Coach, any lasting remarks for the people before we get out of here?
Yeah, Funk's still ridiculously out of shape. Manny is focused on like people on Twitter, like, oh, the negativity. I'm chilling. I'm cool, and that's it. Signing
Okay.
off. Suck it.
All right. Oh, he left. All right. Well, I guess that was a dramatic exit for
Because
the
he's chilling.
coach.
He's chilling because he puts no effort in this. That's why he's chilling. Because he's not the one putting all the effort in this.
So would
that's
you
why
you
it's
feel as if Funk is pulling his weight as a business partner, as a partner in this endeavor right now? Look at him. That's entertainment value.
I mean, in all seriousness, I'm the one doing all of this. I'm the one who came up with the idea. I'm the one who's trying to put this thing together. I'm the one who's gonna beat his ass. So I'm the A side of this shit.
All right. Oh, well, noted. No disrespect was intended when I said that, Manny.
No, no disrespect taken. It's just people are saying that. People are saying he's the A side. He's the A side because he's the cringiest on the app, and people want to see me beat his ass bad, and I will do that for the people.
All right. Well, this was the first face to face. I hope that everybody is satisfied with what we got out of these fighters that are taking the brave step into the ring. So thank you, two boys, for joining me, and I hope we can have more of these in the future. Maybe the next one will run a little smoother.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you for doing this.
For sure.